Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. We've got a perfect night for baseball on the show. The Atlanta Braves taking on the Miami Marlins. And we'll be back with just about set to go. And towing the slab, Sandy Alcantara.
Very solid starters, able to repeat his mechanics on a consistent basis, which allows him to move through a lineup and get deep into a ball game.
So just about set now. Here's Eddie Rosario.
First pitch, 7 o'clock.
Righty delivers. And now 2 balls and a strike.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it. So that's a good take by him.
And now it's even up. Next offering misses, and it's a full count. Rosario checks his swing. Appeal down to third. Got him. Larry Bullard rings him up. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. They say it went. No score, just getting started. Top of the first. Got him looking. Back-to-back strikeouts.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top 2 guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
The wind and the pitch. And a foul ball. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Kicks and fires. Swings and pulls it foul to the right side. The wind of the pitch. Going to count 1 and 2. Is there a little wrinkle to that? I think there was.
Yeah. A little slider action.
And that one hammered way back there. Pulls it in on the warning track. Go the Braves. On to the bottom of the first. No score.
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. And out of here. He made him pay for that one, and the Marlins jump out in front. It's 1-0.
The pitcher knew as soon as that ball left his fingertips, it was trouble. Right on the platter, right down the heart of the plate. I'm sorry, the big league hitters don't miss that pitch.
Jorge Soler up at the plate.
The left fielder, Jorge.
Now a high fly ball out to left center. Duvall, long run into the gap. Snags it on the run. 1 away.
Batting third.
And now it's Garrett Cooper up to hit.
Garrett Cooper.
Next pitch is popped up. Olsen makes the grab, and there's 2 down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Avisail Garcia up to the plate. Check swing, but he went too far. That's strike 1. In the air, right field. And that is foul. The pitch. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Dives and he can't hang on. That leaves him without a throw, and they don't get the out. And here is Jesus Sanchez. Check swing, went around. That's strike one. And here it comes. High in the air, out to right. Rosario settles under it, makes the catch, and that is the inning. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this solo shot. It's now 1-0. Back here at the ballpark, here's Marcelo Zuna. And a pitch. There's a swing and a miss.
0-1's the count.
And the 0-2. Stays alive. And the righty deals. And a foul ball, he stays alive. The next offering misses. And that is ball one. Next one just misses. Now 2-2. Got him swinging. One up, one down.
Well, he didn't get the call on the mound the pitch before. Felt like he should have had him looking, I think. But, you know, that's good composure right there. He found a way to come back with another good pitch to get him to swing and miss.
Austin Riley swings through one there. Next offering is in for a strike. James Kingsley, our plate umpire, consistent as you mentioned, and maybe a little generous on the edges.
That's a ball.
The next pitch misses, and the count 1-2. And a 1-2.
2-2 count.
Now a screamer into the outfield, and that's just foul.
Well, the hitter's got his timing down for the breaking ball. If you're a pitcher, if you can get that fastball in on the hands, it's going to be very difficult for that hitter to get the barrel to it.
2-2 now. Stays alive. Ninth pitch of the at-bat due next. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him.
Yeah, there's no doubt, Boog. Electric stuff from the jump. I mean, there's just no messing around right now. It's still very early, but we could see a pretty impressive outing here if the strikeouts keep coming in the way they are. One thing you have to be aware of, though, is a high strikeout rate might impact the pitch count as the innings roll on.
Kicks and deals. That's through there for a strike.
That's excellent location on the fastball right there early in this game. If he can do that all game, should be a good outing for him.
And a swing and a miss, and that's that. Braves welcome back, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now it's Jesus Aguilar. The pitch. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. Here's the 0-1. Check swing, went around. No balls, 2 strikes. And down on strikes. And there's one away.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
Ryan Anderson takes a ball here as he stands in now. Next offering is in for a strike. And that one is lifted in the air. Duvall drifts towards it. Hauls it in, and there's 2 away. Jacob Stallings now. They say you win. And now the lefty. Check swing, but he went too far. And it's 0-2. That one ripped. That ball's carrying. Hauls it in on the warning track. Nothing doing for the Marlins, but they lead it. New inning getting started, and the batter will be the shortstop, Dansby Swanson. Alcantara back to work. There's a strike at the knees, and it's 0-1. Foul ball. Here's the 0-2. Chases that one out of the zone. 1 down.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
The 1-0. Swing and a pop-up. Alcantara has a beat on it. 2 away.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
Travis d'Arnaud at the plate now. Looks at one down below the zone. And it's even up.
I guess you throw it that hard, you can get away with locations like that right down the middle. But I still think it's a dangerous pitch. Don't want to do it again.
On the ground to third. Sends it across to first. And that'll do it. Braves are set down 1-2-3. They still trail 1-0. Back here in Miami as we go to the last of the third. Miguel Rojas at the plate. And a pitch. In the air out towards right center. Rosario on the move. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 1 down.
Number 2, second baseman.
Now it's going to be Jazz Chisholm. Homer to lead off the ball game. They say you win.
0-1.
Comes up empty on the swing. 0-2 now. That's out to center field. Duvall on his way over. Got it. Really had to move for that grab. 2 away now. 2 outs. Base is empty. Jorge Soler, the next up for the Marlins. Check swing went around. That's strike 1. Next pitch misses, and it's a ball and a strike. Ground ball up the middle. Tosses to first. That's the 3rd out. Miami down. And welcome back. And now the right fielder, Eddie Rosario. The pitch. That misses. 1-0.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Next pitch in the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes. And he deals. And that one fouled off. And the pitch. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. And a foul ball.
Pitcher having a pretty tough time getting that swing and miss. Third foul ball in a row.
And fouled off.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Righty to the plate. And a foul ball. He stays alive. The wind of the pitch. Just missed.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
And that one lifted in the air, center field. Sanchez pulls it down, and there's one away. Ozzie Albies up to the plate.
Second baseman, Ozzie Albies.
In there for strike one. The Braves yet to pick up a hit here. Next offering is in for a strike.
Quickly down 0-2 in the count. I think you got to choke up a little bit, spread out the feet. You don't know what the velocity or the low.
Oh, this one high and deep, way back there, and gone. Ozzie Albies goes yard, and we're level. It's tied at 1.
That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
Matt Olson up to the plate. First offering misses the mark. Started to go after it. Now a look down to third, and he went, says Larry Bullard. Strike two.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Picks up strikeout number 7. 2 outs. Base is empty. Marcell Ozuna next up for the Braves. Next pitch downstairs, and that's ball 1. Next offering is in for a strike. So now 1-2.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Over to Aguilar. That ends the frame. Just one hit in the inning, but it was a big one right here as it ties the ball game. All even. Bottom of the inning, and at the plate for Miami, Garrett Cooper. And a pitch.
Garrett Cooper.
They say it went. Check swing, but he went too far. And the count is 0-2. That one is absolutely belted. And it's gone. That fires up the home crowd, and they jump ahead in the 4th. It's 2-1.
There was a fastball down the middle. I don't think the hitter recognized the pitch, but once he did, was quick enough to get it in play with some authority. He got that up and out of here.
Avisail Garcia digs in now.
Now batting, right fielder, Avisail.
That one's in there, 0-1.
But you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
Ground ball, Olson. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. Garcia gone on the play. And now for the Marlins, Jesus Sanchez. Now a fly ball to right center. Duvall under it. And there's 2 down. And up next for Miami, Jesus Aguilar. Next pitch is popped up. Puts the squeeze on it, and that is that. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. We go to the top of the 5th. Here's Austin Riley.
Leading off for Atlanta, the third baseman, Austin.
The pitch.
Riley.
And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
The 2-1. Swing and a miss. And now 2-2.
He normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just a swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
That one misses, and it's 3-2. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. So digging in, Adam Duvall. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Next offering is down low, and it's 1-0. And a foul ball left side. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of a double play here.
Right-hander kicks, deals, and that one almost got him. Got him, and he's down on strikes for the 2nd time today. Dansby Swanson stands in. First pitch, and he just misses. Next one is off the plate, and the count is 2-0. And there's the strike. Next pitch is outside.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
And that's ball 4. 1 down. And the batter now, Alex Dickerson.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
The pitch. And a big swing and a miss. The 0-2. And there's a foul ball. Riley, the lead runner at second. Swanson over at first with 1 away. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Now 2 away.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss. Looks like he was trying to get to the front door with that curveball. It's definitely a finesse pitch, but it backed up a little bit on him and stayed inside.
That hits the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count with 2 outs. The next offering misses. Counts full, 3-2. 2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
Now a great back and forth in that at bat. He had to lay off some really close pitches, and Somehow, Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Rosario batting now as that one almost finds the mark. It's a ball. Next one misses, and that's ball 2.
Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't see a visit from the pitching coach here, just to remind him, focus on the hitter, don't worry about anything else.
Bases loaded, 2 down. 2-1 pitch is in there, and the count is even. Left-hand hitter waits. Stays alive. Comes the 2-2. This one popped up. Rojas should have this one. And that'll do it. And the Braves will strand 3. They're down 2-1. Back here at Lone Depot Park. Here's the third baseman, Brian Anderson. That's in there. Strike 1.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Check swing. He went. That is strike 2. And that one in the air center field. Duvall makes his way towards it. Puts the squeeze on that one. And there's one down. Jacob Stallings, the next up for the Marlins. They say he went.
Well, you can't really adjust your game plan for that last pitch. Guy hasn't thrown it very much. You got to focus on the stuff that he's throwing up there most of the time.
Bounce to the right. Albies picks it up. Over to first. They get the out on Stallings. Miguel Rojas now at the plate. Next pitch downstairs. Ball 1. On the ground as he checked his swing. Sends it to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. And the Marlins down quietly, but they still lead it 2-1. Back here at the ballpark, start of the 6th, John Shambi with Chris Singleton, and leading off, Ozzie Albies. The right-hander back to work. In for a strike, and that's strike 1.
So important for him to control the heart rate right now. He's got to go through the heart of this lineup.
In the air, left field, down the line, and a foul ball. And a swing and a miss. So he's gotten deep into this game, and at least so far, not showing a ton of signs of fatigue. And now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And the right-hander deals.
Well, 2-0.
And a foul ball makes the count 2-1. The wind and the pitch. That's inside. That's in there.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to.
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. Onto the warning track, and he hauls it in. 2 outs, base is empty. Now in for the Braves, Marcell Ozuna. First pitch just misses. Next one off the plate inside. 2-0. 2-0. That's to third. Reaches on the backhand, but it's through. And the double puts the tying run in scoring position with 2 away.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one, ripped it down the line. Nice job of staying in his mechanics.
Here's Austin Riley. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Next offering is in for a strike.
That fastball at the bottom of the zone can be very effective. Just got to keep it on the corners.
2 outs. And it is 2-1. Ozuna on at second with 2 down. Line drive caught. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Marlins 2 and the Braves 1. Well, we go bottom 6. Now it's the Marlins leadoff hitter, Jazz Chisholm. Freed back to work. Check swing, went around. Strike 1.
It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it on, see if you can get a stolen base, maybe get around the bases and pick up a run.
Out towards right center. That's well struck. That one back there. Bounces off the wall as he makes a great grab.
Now batting.
That was a great run to make the catch, Singy. We got to take another look at it with StatCast.
Yeah, he saw it perfectly off the bat. Reactions were excellent. Took a very direct route to the ball, and more than 100 feet later, he ran it down. I just love seeing that.
Jorge Soler up at the plate. Lifted in the air, right center field. Rosario drifts towards it. And there's 2 away.
The batter, the designated hitter, Garrett Cooper.
And first offering is fouled off. The big lefty turns, kicks, deals. Fought off foul.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
And here it comes. Got him. That ends the inning. Nothing doing for the Marlins. They lead it. Welcome back. All set for the start of the inning. Adam Duvall at the plate.
A lot of times you're looking for a guy to get that tie and run on base, but because of the power, you want him to tie up the game with one swing here.
Yeah, the right-hander back to work. There's a strike. Next pitch off the plate. And that's ball 1. And the righty deals. That one down the line. On to first. 1 up, 1 down. Dansby Swanson stands in. On a line out towards center. Sanchez makes the play. That's out number 2.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
Hit hard, base hit.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
2 outs, runner at first. And now it's Travis d'Arnaud at the plate. That hits the dirt. Ball 1.
Well, in this situation, the hitter knows that he's got to find a pitch that he can drive in order to drive in that tying run all the way from first base. So if he can't do that, keep the line moving through a walk or just a base hit. But you got to stay within yourself.
And that'll get down for a hit. So now back to the top of the order. Now he launches a throw over his head. Here's Eddie Rosario for the 4th time tonight. First offering, and it just misses. Big spot. 2 out. Both the tying and go-ahead runs are aboard. Next offering is in for a strike.
That curveball's been a big pitch for him today. He's been able to get ahead in the count with it. He's also been able to use it to put guys away.
Righty delivers. Base hit. 1 run is in. Throw in holds that trail runner at third base. They're at the corners with 2 away.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly. Now a huge at-bat in this game coming up.
Albies able to hold up on that one. Next offering is downstairs.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. You leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
And there's a ball.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
And now a full count. Tarno at third. Rosario at first. 2 out of the inning. In the air, left field. That's back there. Gone. Ozzie Albies goes the opposite way, and that gives him a lead. It's 5-2.
That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
So 2 away with nobody on. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Matt Olson. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. On the ground, right side. Chisholm tosses to first, and that is that. But the big blow of the inning comes right here. A 3-run homer. It's now 5. Back here in Miami, bottom of the 7th. Avisail Garcia up to the plate. And the pitch. Check swing, but he went too far. Strike 1. Lifted in the air, out to left. Ozuna in position. 1 away.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Sanchez now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Left-hand batter waits. And that one is lifted in the air. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 down. 2 outs. Base is empty. And now it's Jesus Aguilar. Line drive. That's a base hit.
Oh, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. The pitch was dotted down and away. Good location, but a great job at the plate to spoil it and drive it the other way. Beautiful swing. And you can feel this crowd waking up a bit here as the guys are starting to make some noise with their bats.
Fly ball down the line. Could be extra bases. Rosario whips it in quickly as he's held up and forced to stop at third.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. When you pop a ball up like that, you don't expect it to get you a knock too often, but right there, somehow he got it to drop in behind first base, and that's where no one could get to it.
Stallings at the plate and takes high there. Next offering is in for a strike. Out towards right center field. Duvall turns and moving to his left. High bounce takes it over the fence for an automatic double. A run comes in on the play.
That ball exploded off his bat and off the warning track as well as it bounced over the fence. And it sounded really good, too. He just put together a really nice swing and just missed a home run.
Now here's Darren O'Day to take over for the Braves. Right-hander who throws from the side, really almost down under. Trying to protect this lead. Olsen makes the catch, and that is that. 8th inning coming up. And welcome back. We go to the 8th. Here's Marcelo Zuna.
Leading off for Atlanta, the left fielder, number 20, Marcelo Zuna.
Pitching change here, Anthony Bender. It's his job to keep his team in the game. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone. See the velocity, 97 with that fastball. Swings and misses. 1 and 2. That's a laser base hit. Around first, digging for 2. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double. And next for Atlanta, Austin Riley. 1 for 3. First pitch, not close. Next offering is in for a strike. Swing and a miss. Now 1 and 2.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
Next offering misses. Full count, 3 and 2. Runner at second, nobody out. Right-handed reliever. There's a swing and a drive. And that one hops the wall. And he's in safely at third. And a run comes in to score.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Came screaming off the bat. I'm sure exit velocity's off the charts. No doubt he squared that baseball up perfectly. So there was no fluke to that triple by any means.
Duvall in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Next pitch misses. Now 2-0. 2-0. That one hammered center field. Way back there. And out of here. Adam Duvall hits one out. And they add a couple more. It's 8-3. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. He's going to have nightmares about that pitch. Perfect execution. It's not supposed to produce that result. He got hurt by a really good one there, but even a better swing at the plate.
Dansby Swanson getting ready to hit.
Shortstop, Dansby Swanson.
And that's in there for strike 1. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it. And a foul ball, he stays alive. 0-2 now. Stays alive. The wind of the pitch. That one fouled off. The wind to kick the pitch. He swings and fouls one off. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And there's one down.
Just a great slider right there. And I think the key for pitchers and what hitters don't want to see is if a pitcher misses with that pitch, that he misses off the edge of the strike zone rather than in the middle of the strike zone. And right there, excellent execution, and it finished up in a perfect spot.
0-2 as he waves at that one. Still only one out here in the inning. That's ripped. Base hit. Makes the turn and heads for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
The 0-1. Backed off the plate that time. And a count 1-2. Dickerson leads off second with one gone in the inning. The next offering misses, and the count's even at 2.
2-2.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Dickerson around third. He'll score, and it's 9-3. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Well done. Drives in the run. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Now it's the right fielder, Eddie Rosario, and he's already singled in this game. In there, and it's 0-1. Foul ball there. Runner at second here, one gone. Ground ball to the right side, and he grabs it foul. Man at second. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 away.
Now back, the second baseman.
And a foul ball. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. And down on strikes he goes. Third out. Last half of the 8th coming up. Back here at Lone Depot Park. Here's a speed threat, Jazz Chisholm.
The second baseman, Jazz Chisholm.
The pitch. Check swing, but he went too far. 0-1. Bullpen activity starting up now. Luke Jackson getting ready to come in for manager Brian Snitker. Matzik warming up as well. They say he went.
Count 0-2.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And that's the first out. And at the plate for Miami, Jorge Soler.
The left fielder, Jorge Soler.
Check swing, but he went too far. And that is strike 1. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And 2 away now. 2 outs, base is empty. Now here's the Marlins DH, Garrett Cooper.
Garrett Cooper.
Flares it into the outfield, and it's in there, base hit.
No waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. That's one of those things where, as a hitter, you kind of feel like you were due for something like that to drop in for you, no matter how good or bad you've been swinging the bat as of late. And he just fought it off and dropped it in there perfectly.
Next to hit, Avisail Garcia. They say it went. The pitch. Sliced hard but foul. Cooper off of first with 2 away. Bounced up the middle, and that squirts through. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out. Jesus Sanchez, the next up for the Marlins. Rolled over to third. Over to Albies. That is the inning. Marlins strand a pair. Still way back. All set to start the 9th in this one. And now Matt Olson up to hit.
The first baseman, Matt Olson.
Bender back to work. Ball one there. Next offering is in for a strike. Next offering is down low. Next one misses. 3-1. The 3-1 in for a strike, full count.
3-1 count, saying to himself, I've got to get a fastball here. Just spins a get me over breaking ball to bring the count full.
On the ground, right side. And he handles it himself for the out.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
Ozuna looks at one outside there. Here's a 1-1. In the air, right field. Garcia settles under this one. Puts it away for the out. Austin Riley next up for the Braves.
Really good piece of hitting last time, going to the opposite field.
In there for strike one. On the ground to the left. And it finds its way through for a hit. Now he turns and heads for second. Puts the tag on him leaving the box. And that's the third out. 6, 7, 8 scheduled to start the bottom of the ninth. So Luke Jackson gets the call. And a healthy sized lead for him to go to work with. And now Jesus Aguilar. Left field, way back there. Way back. That one is gone.
Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
Digging in, Ryan Anderson. Nobody on, nobody out here in the last half of inning number 9. That one drilled left field. That's back there. Pulls it in on the warning track. Jacob Stallings now. Check swing, went around. It's 0-1. Right side. Rosario pulls that one down, and there's 2 away. 2 outs, base is empty. Miguel Rojas at the plate. First offering misses the mark. In the air to left center. Ozuna has this one sized up. He's got it. Ball game. And the Braves slug their way to a win in this one.
Sometimes it takes just getting away from home. Guys can sort of come together, connect a little bit more than they do when they're at home with their families. And that can breed to success on the field, as we saw in this game today. Excellent win by this team.